Hi, I'm Jonathan O'Brien, and this is my new book, Sustainable Procurement. This is a practical guide to help organizations implement sustainable procurement, which is typically one of the most difficult things to do. This not only helps procurement people understand what sustainability is, but provides a practical toolkit to do it for real. Sustainable procurement is not a bolt-on. It's something that has to be embedded with everything the organization does, and it requires new ways of thinking. It's something that has to run deep into the organization and go right to the heart of the very thing that the organization does. In procurement terms, that means we need to think about what it is we buy and not just the products or the services and the specification of them or who we may buy them from, but how those products work into the final end product or the service that we're providing. And that means procurement's role becomes very different moving forward, because it means that we are part of considering the very makeup of what the organization does, even down to materials and sources and where things are made and how things are processed. It also means that we need to be really clear about the suppliers and how those suppliers operate, where they operate and what happens at the facilities where they operate. And it means not only selecting the right suppliers who can ensure that we have confidence in sustainable approaches, but also working with those suppliers to develop them and drive in the new levels of sustainability that we require. And it also means a whole new understanding of supply chains. Like never before, we have to understand everything that happens in our supply chains and where there are impacts and where there are things that we need to do differently and drive new improvements. Sustainable in procurement has to be integrated into everything the organization does. And procurement has to be integrated into the wider organization much, much more in order to make sustainable procurement a reality. So the future of sustainable procurement is one where procurement has a much stronger role to play and is much more fundamental and core to what the organization does.